Metro Council will meet tonight with a number of hot-button issues on the agenda. Council member Sean Parker joining us now on the phone with more on what they'll be discussing. Sean, it's been in our show twice so far already, these license plate readers. What's your thought?
Well, thanks for having me on
Absolutely.
today. We've got several bills up for consideration that relate to license plate readers. Number of them were sort of tracking at different levels, and so they've all been sort of deferred to all be heard, tonight on second reading. So we will have the opportunity to discuss those different bills, and there's amendments to them, and there's quite a lot going on here.
You have a feeling that will move forward, but you're just trying to figure out the framework for how it will move forward, the rules that will govern these?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few sort of sticking points, differences between the major bills. One is, what can this data be used for?
Yeah.
So is it strictly going to be for violent crime, serious offenses, or are we using it for traffic and parking enforcement? Another big question is, would these license plate readers be installed in fixed locations, so say over a underpass, or would they be required to be on, say, police vehicles? So
Right.
that sort of fixed versus mobile license plate reader is another one of the big questions that we're looking at. And I think that everyone is sort of interested in the the public safety side of things and how this can kind of augment public safety. But I think there's some really valid concerns about surveillance and privacy on the other side. We have a history and practice of surveillance of minorities, political dissidents, and criminalization of poverty. So a lot of folks are rightly, I think, concerned and skeptical about this sort of augmenting those negative things.
Yeah, interesting. I look forward to hearing that. Hear the debate at least. The property tax. We're talking about possibly rolling this back.
Yeah. Well, so there's a little bit of confusion out
Yeah.
there because this is actually an assessment year.
Yeah.
So property values are almost certainly going to climb because this is a hot housing market.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be in Nashville. So that actually, through state-mandated equalization, sort of pushes the property tax rate down because you can't just assess property higher and draw more taxes because of that. The rate is automatically corrected and lowered.
Big double hit on everybody.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that.
Hey, and these, and I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get all these topics in because there's so much on there. These parking meters downtown, what's the cost to change out all our parking meters to make them so that you don't have to use change?
Well, we really don't know yet,
Okay.
and that's why the ordinance that we're approving would sort of pave the way for an RFP,
Yep.
where companies are going to basically give us quotes on this is what it would cost to modernize the parking platform. And the other side of that, apart from cost, is that we anticipate considerably increased revenue from our downtown metered parking program. I think some estimates say we're operating at about 10% efficiency right now, and so we can certainly have a lot of room to grow there in terms of the revenue from the program.
Yeah. I certainly appreciate our counselors who work their day job all day and then go to these long meetings at night. Sean, I hope it's a good one for you. We appreciate it, Mr. Councilman.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Christina?